Welcome back to my Low Vision Awareness Month series. Alright, in this video I am going to talk about some of the not as well known ways that not only is my phone accessible for things in my life, but also ways that I use my phone with the accessibility features that are on it, not just VoiceOver, because I feel like that is the most commonly known accessibility feature for blind people, but I want to show some of the not as well-known ones. So let's get into it. Okay, so being that I am filming on my phone right now, I will have to explain some things and then I can show you some things as far as the accessibility features actually on my phone later in this video, but I want to explain some of the ways that my phone is beneficial for accessibility just in life in general as a low vision individual. So one of the biggest ways that my phone is helpful is acting as a magnifier. Whether it is I can't read a worksheet and I need to take a picture of it and then zoom in, or if it's I can't see that street sign over there and I need to know what street that is, and I take a picture of it and zoom in, or if I even just open the camera app on my phone without taking a picture and I just zoom in, those are ways that it is so helpful and things that people don't even think about, because this device that everyone always has with them at all times is beneficial in ways more than just communication. There are also things like audiobooks, because that is my preferred method of reading a book anymore, is through an audiobook, and that is very much useful with my phone because, of course, there's apps that I can play audiobooks on, and it's much better than using an actual audiobook machine, which, yes, do still exist, and yes, I have used them within the last few years. My phone is also just amazing for if I need to write down a note for something, I can just type it up on my phone and it's automatically in large print instead of having to write it down on paper and, maybe I only have access to pencils and I can't write big and all of that. It's so much easier for me to just write it down on my phone so that way it automatically matches the size and accessibility features that best work for me visually. Okay, now I'm going to show you some of the ways that my phone is set up to be accessible for me to use. Okay, so I'm in my settings right now, and oftentimes people ask me how I use my phone with my low vision. And so I want to show you guys just a little bit about what kind of accessibility features are on my phone. And although I have an Android, these accessibility features are pretty universal now between most smartphones. So we're first going to go to accessibility, and just notice, as you can see, all of my font on my phone is already very much enlarged. So we go to accessibility, and we'll go under visibility enhancements because that's what I have mostly turned on. As you can see, I don't have any high contrast themes on. I do have a high contrast keyboard. So this is what my keyboard looks like. However, these are the different options I have: black and white, yellow on black, white on blue. I prefer the black on yellow. So that's the high contrast keyboard. All these are different color inversion things that would be useful for people who are colorblind, or in general, for some people that are low vision, it helps them to see things because it kind of pops the contrast between things. So that can be very helpful. I just personally don't notice much of a difference. I don't prefer it. However, magnification, or known as zoom, is very beneficial. So I have this turned on. As you can see, it says triple tap screen to magnify, so I will do that. And as you can see, it magnifies my screen like this. So say I want to see what my battery percentage is, or what time it is, things like that, it's very useful for. And then with 3 taps, I'm done. I just have to use 2 fingers to navigate around my screen then. But for anything small that I can't just quickly zoom in on, that works perfect. And then the last main thing that I use is font size and style. So I have mine set to bold font because that makes it the easiest for me to see. And I have my font size set all the way up. So everything on my phone, including my text messages, my emails, my social media, everything churns to that large font. I also have my screen zoom on to the highest max it can. So say I turn it down to that, as you can see, it doesn't fill the screen quite as much. Whereas if I turn it all the way up, it makes sure to fully fill the screen, so that way it's at the largest capacity it is at. So those are just some general ways that I use my phone with the accessibility features that come on it.